I want to read to you a passage from The Path Made Clear. The passage that I'm going to read is by the great Elizabeth Gilbert, the author of Eat, Love, and Pray. So it reads, "This was my victory and my battle. All of my demons, all of my monsters, all of my dragons that I've been carrying around forever. The light came through and I realized they're not demons, they're not monsters, they're not dragons. I've been making them more grandiose than they are. They're just the orphan parts of me. They're just the fearfulest, most terrified parts of me. They are scared to death, and they are throwing a temper tantrum because of their fear. And now I have to tell them that it's going to be okay, and they will all go to sleep. I am the mother of all of these parts of me. At one point, I remember in my mind ascending above them all and saying, I love you, fear, and now you go to sleep. I love you, anger. You are a part of me. Go to sleep. It's fine. I am in charge now. I love you, shame. Even you. Come into my heart. Go to sleep. You're safe. I love you. I'm not leaving you. You're a part of me. You're part of the family. You're never going to be away from me. I love you, failure. Come into my heart and rest. You're so tired. You're so scared. You're just children. You don't have to know how the world works. I love you all. I have space for you all. And together, we're just going to go forward. I absolutely love that passage because I believe we are always trying to change and evolve. And we think when we hide or we deny certain emotions or feelings or things that we feel, that makes them go away. But what I've come to realize is through loving the parts of ourselves that we do not deem worthy, that radical acceptance and unconditional love can come through and mend the parts of you that you deem as broken. And this is when all of those things that we try to hide and run away from, we make peace with them. We love them into the light. Every part of you is valid. The parts that you clap for and the parts that you don't. And your challenge is for you to love all of you. Not some of you, not part of you, but all of you. I dare you. And hello, my loves. Happy Sunday, or whenever you are watching this video. This is a timeless video. It doesn't matter whenever you see this. That passage right there is something that I know to be true. As you can see from this title of this video, one of the things that I realized when I truly had a awakening to loving myself radically was to stop demonizing parts of myself, to stop separating me, to stop praising my light and condemning my shadow, stop praising my soul and condemning my ego. Because the truth is, there are always going to be a part of us. And I just don't want to accept myself, okay? Because There's a difference between being accepted and then being loved, okay? Even in that frequency, I don't know if you could feel that, but there's a difference between being accepted and then there's a difference between being loved and appreciated. Whoever is watching this, you are embarking on a journey of falling in love with your fart. There's no other way that I can say this. Fall in love with your fart. Fall in love with the parts of you that nobody claps for. I want you to love those parts of you. I want you to nourish those parts of you. And I feel like the Beautiful Souls passage that I just read, that is the perfect example of how to embody that. We live in a society that tells us this is good and this is not. And I don't believe that. Every part of me is valid. Every thing that I do matters. And I truly believe, without a shadow of a doubt, it's through love we transmute things. Love those so-called flaws. Love that anger. Have you ever heard a story of like a mean, miserable, grumpy person? How they were given love and compassion and how their heart was forever changed. We hear stories of that all the time. Real life stories like that. I want to dare you to give that adoration, that love, that acceptance, that it's okay to be you. I love you, all of you. I want you to turn around and give unconditional love to yourself. You give it to you. You validate you. Don't judge how you feel. You feel what you feel. I always say make space for how you feel. Because the truth is, the reason why people go out and do crazy things, angry, mean, malice, is because they have not made space for how they feel. They have not validated whatever that thing is inside of them. And they take it out on others, and it shows out in the world. People are hungry for power because at some point in their life, they could not control what was happening to them. Instead of validating that and realizing that now you are in control of yourself, they take it out in other ways. You know, even with greed and not feeling like this is enough. It's because at some point, you know, they were shown that, you know, whatever this was not, oh my God, at some point in their life, they experienced lack. And instead of giving that a space and validating that lack, they in the self, they take it out in other ways that can do harm. And sometimes I feel like that's what we do. We want someone to love us, you know, we want love to the fact that we're willing to go give it to others and show other people that, you know, hey, look what I can do. Look, I can love you, I can nurture you, instead of turning that love and acceptance to yourself and realizing I want myself. When you do that, beautiful things will happen. Fall in love with your fart. It's not going anywhere. I don't care how much potpourri you spray. I don't care if you change your diet. I don't care if you move to Timbuktu. There are always going to be parts of you that you cannot escape. There are always going to be parts of you that I don't care what kind of clothes you wear, how much money you have or don't have, how you style your hair, what you put on. You can never run away from your fart. You will always pass gas, my love, or my gent. You know, your diet might change the way it smells, but you will always pass gas. There's no point of running away from your fart because it is a part of you. It is you. So I dare you today to take the limitations off of your life. I dare you today to take the limitations off of yourself. I dare you today to take the limitations off of your emotions. and you validate it. You be for you what you've always desired, what you've always looked for, what you always wanted. You love you. Somebody hurt you, somebody, trigger warning right here, raped you, just totally violated you. Give that person in you, give that little child, give that little boy a voice. Beat that pillow's ass. Validate it. You were neglected, abused as a child. I don't know why I keep saying that. But whatever it is, validate it. Make space for it. Love it. Because through loving it, you transmute it. By acknowledging it, something powerful happens. Surrendering it okay? Whatever you felt was valid. And I love the way that this beautiful soul interprets that in this passage that I shared with you. So that's really all that I wanted to say. Fall in love with your fart. There are going to be parts of you that you can't run from, you can't hide from. And that's going to be something that I talk more about. Falling in love with the fart. Those are the parts of yourself that, you desire to hide. You don't want anyone to smell it, but it's a natural thing. It's a part of you. It's a part of you. So fall in love with that part of you. Love that part of you. Validate that part of you. Okay, so I love you so much. It is such an honor to have this moment with you. And whoever has found this video, all of you is valid. Not just parts of you, all of you is valid. And I want you to love all of you. I want you to accept, and more than accept, I want you to nourish all of you. All of you matters, not just the parts that we clap for, but the parts that you hide. Those parts of you matter too. Those parts of you deserve love. Unconditional love. They don't have to show up and be a certain way for you to love those parts of yourself. All right, we love in our whole selves. And not only are we loving ourselves wholly, honey, we love in our whole selves unconditionally. That's the path that we're taking, okay? So I love you guys. Go be phenomenal, be great, and I will catch you on my channel